Hello guys and welcome back to Planet 40k. It's the draw time for the Combat Patrol box set. You guys know what I'm talking about. This was our giveaway item for this month. And yeah, if you've been liking the videos and subscribed to the channel and you've been commenting on your best units throughout every single video in December, there's been 24 of them, then you would have been in with a chance of winning that box set. Now this is an uncut video, just wanted to make sure you guys know why. We kind of want to make sure that it's a credible, draw. We don't want it to look like it's a fixed draw or anything like that. So at the moment it is exactly 8:07 PM, and when we do the draw there will actually be a timestamp, and I'll show you again in a moment. But we're not going to be having any of the jump cuts where my head's going like this and like that. That normally is used to condense time because we don't want a 1 hour long tactics video, for example. But yeah, this is going to be completely uncut, and yeah, that's the reason why, I guess. Now as for, I've got a little list here, so we're going to just go on a fly here. First of all, I want to thank everyone. Thank you every single person, not just for December, but throughout the entire year of 2022. Thank you everyone that's been subscribed, thank you everyone that's liked the videos, and just simply watched the videos. It's free content, of course, for you, because you're on YouTube. And YouTube, to be honest with you, they don't pay that much in terms of revenue. You guys may think they do. It's not really the case, unless you're one of these mega YouTube stars, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, KSI, whatever. Those guys get paid a lot of money. But when you're getting a couple of thousand views a video, it's not really about that. So yeah, every little helps. And in fact, if you do want to donate to the channel, you can click the join button down below. I think it's a white button. I always get confused. It's either white or blue. There's a join button, and for as little as $1 you can donate to the channel, and you get some perks with it. You get a Discord role, which is unique, so there's only going to be, say for example, one Canoptic Scarabs person with that unique role. Also, you're going to be getting the loyalty badges on the YouTube comments, which I definitely will be responding to each and every time. And what else do you get? You get the custom emojis on YouTube as well. So if you guys are already members, thank you all as well. Right, what else we got? We're going to talk about the background. What's the background? What's the background? Why have I wrote background? Background! I know what the background is. I've just had an absolute mind fart. That's normally where you would pause the video and then edit it out. But yeah, background. This is my background. This had a Christmas tree. It had all the Christmas decorations. I've taken that away because we've tidied up all the Christmas stuff. If you guys have got any ideas for this background, just let me know down in the comments below, because at the moment I've just got some old codexes that I don't even use anymore. All the codexes that I do use are up in the cabinets. But yeah, any ideas, let me know down in the comments below. I've already messed up the video just from that. Right, so in fact, if you want to skip to the end of the video to see the draw, you can. I've got no issue with that at all. I'll put a timestamp at the bottom, in fact, so you can do that, because you might not want to watch all this fluff. But again, I'm fluffing this out, and the reason for that is because if there's no cuts and it's a 15-minute video, if I wanted to fix the result, if you like, and get one of my friends to win the draw, then I'm going to have to keep doing this, and every video's got about 400 unique commenters. So how many times am I going to have to film this to get them to win? So yeah, it's not going to happen. The longer I do this, the more credible the video. Right, the next thing I've got on my list is a model show. Well, not a show, but a lot of people have been asking about what kind of models I've got, so I'm going to take you around to my cabinets. Just give me a moment. I'm going to keep you on so that we're not cutting the video, and I'm going to flick you around like that. You may have noticed there's something different there. There is Tau. Now, I've started a little side quest since Christmas. In fact, I've got myself some Tau stuff. You're probably hissing and booing now, but yeah, quite like the shooty side of the game. So yeah, I thought I'd get some Tau. I've got my NIDs. I haven't touched NIDs pretty much in 9th edition. I had one game literally yesterday and I got battered. Yeah, I haven't done the bases at all. They were cracking, but I think all the rules have changed. I've missed out on a few codexes. I've got more NIDs there, not even painted. As you can tell, I don't really like painting. I've got my Space Marines. Again, I've not touched them this edition either. They were all orange to match the colours for Planet 40k, but I didn't like the colour scheme, so I've just put them all silver for now. I've got some more Space Marines there. You can tell I like models. This stuff isn't mine. This belongs to Demon Prince Powie. He's one of the moderators on the Discord. He likes to store his stuff here. He's got loads of demon items or demon monsters. He's got loads of other troops in the cupboard down below, but there's just so many that I can't give him too much room, can I? And then, of course, the Necron stuff. Some stuff hasn't been built, like the Tomb Blades there. I've got a few there. Not everything is painted, not everything is based. Hence why I've not actually been doing much on the tabletop in terms of videos. Got my monolith there. I've only got 5 fillet ones, unfortunately. All the destroyer stuff in the centre. I've only just bought an annihilation barge, which I'm going to magnetise using the magnet baron. So that will also be a command barge. I've got my silent king. This part hasn't been painted, but these things have. Well, where are we? There we are. Those things have been done, but yeah, he hasn't been touched. All the overlords and royal wardens down there. The Nightbringer, I think I need to redo it. I put an extra colour on it. I do not like it. Canoptic staff. And the Cryptex and other bits and bobs down there. So that is my models. In fact, if you guys don't know what the studio looks like, I'll give you a little 360. You've got all my pictures on the wall, got the 3D printer in the corner. I've got all the mats. I'm not going to tell you where they're from because I am not sponsored by them. But yeah, I've got all the mats. Well, I say all the mats. I've got some mats. I've got a few more underneath as well. This is something I got for Christmas from my mother. My Planet 40k canvas. And yeah, that is pretty much where I work. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, it's my little paint studio. But I'm going to put you back onto, just bear with me a minute, I'm going to flick you around, there we go. Are we set? Yes, I think we are set. That's the model show anyway. Right, what else we got? We got plans for 2023. This is the last bullet point in fact before we get onto the draw. I've got 4 mini bullet points if you like. First of all, 2023, what are we going to be doing on the channel? First of all, I've said this in a few videos already. On the Discord, we've got a rules questions area where I'm going to be heavily using that at least at the start of next year until 10th edition drops. I don't know when that will drop, likely spring maybe, don't know. But we're going to be doing questions, for example, things that people are getting wrong. People are getting a lot of things confused, so we're going to be doing some of that kind of stuff. Now, some of the stuff is quite obvious, not so much all of it, but yeah, things such as can you use the Veil of Darkness relic after you've moved a unit. Questions like that, we're going to be answering, breaking them down, and kind of doing a bit of lawyering on, yeah, all the rules. That's the first thing. The second thing is, kind of just mentioned it a minute ago, I want to be doing more stuff on the tabletop itself. So once I've got a painted unit, I'm going to be not only showing you synergy with units, but I also want to show you tactically where to position things, how you're going to be setting up on the board the deployment, for example, how to deep strike, all things like that. I want to be showing you on an actual battlefield, yeah, in person, as opposed to on a screen with the sliding screens, if you like. The third point I've got, well, this one's a bit of a big one. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be doing this or not, so bear with me, but potentially I'm going to be opening 1 or even 2 more YouTube channels. Now you might be thinking, what? Well, this was originally meant to be a 40k channel, hence why it's called Planet 40k. It wasn't supposed to be a Necron channel. There was 2 of us that started the channel itself. There was a colleague of mine that he didn't really want to carry on doing it, he didn't have the time for it. So we started off with Space Marines and Necrons. I don't know if you guys remember, it's from the Indominus box set. We started off, I was doing Necrons, he was doing Space Marines. And yeah, we carried on for a bit and he left and I tried to carry it on, but it worked for a bit, but I thought, you know what, it's probably better if I drop them. In fact, I brought Death Guard in. Death Guard came in and a few of the supplements for Space Marines came in as well, but I just thought, you know what, it'd be better if I went with Necrons and Necrons only. So that's what we did. But there's of course a glass ceiling for, well, any faction really. Yeah, so I don't want to be hitting that ceiling with just Necrons because, I kind of already mentioned it earlier, YouTube don't give you that much revenue for what we're doing anyway, so I want to expand, but you can't expand with just Necrons, so I want to be doing, say, for example, a Tyranid channel, a Tau channel, a Space Marine channel. Not all in one go, obviously that would be a lot of work. That doesn't mean to say I'm going to completely stop doing Necrons, because that's not the case at all. That's my baby, that's the thing I'm doing the most. So there'll be still plenty of content from Necrons. I think I'm quick enough, in fact. I'm quick enough. I know there's other channels that are super quick, they're getting videos out, 3-4 videos a day. They're full on, full time. I'm not actually full time with YouTube. A lot of you don't realise I've actually got a job which is a 1-hour commute away from where I live. It's in London and it's a full-time job. So this YouTube stuff is actually part-time for me, and I'm still able to get 1 video out a day throughout December, which is the busiest time work-wise, as well as family life, as well as YouTube. So I think I'm quick enough to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it or how I'm going to do it, but it's still sort of just a thought process at the moment. So let me know down in the comments below if you think it's a good idea. Now, I could do it all in one channel. Planet 40k could just be, you know, an everything channel. But I think it takes away from having this Necron channel, if you like. And one of the bigger Necron channels at the moment, there's probably some that I don't know about, but I'm one of the bigger ones, and yeah, I think people come onto the channel and expect Necron content, so if they see a Tyranid tactics for a Malatector, for example, it kind of is a bit of an off-put for them, so they're more likely to say, you know, don't want to be here. So I'm going to separate them. If I was to do it, I would separate them and give them their own space. So that's something I may be doing. And the fourth thing I've got is, of course, 10th edition. 10th edition I'm predicting for spring. Don't quote me on that. I don't have any information. I'm just predicting, because they've done, I think all the codexes are done now, right? They're just giving out the last chapter approved book, which is coming out, what, next month, I guess, January. So that will be coming out. Then 10th edition I'm predicting is coming out. We're going to massively be covering that, all the rules, not just for Necrons, but just the rules in general as a core rulebook. We're going to be covering that. Then, of course, Necrons. Then, at some point, we're going to get a Necron Codex. Don't know when that is. Could be next year. Could be 2024. Hopefully, we don't get it straight away like we did in 9th edition, because that stunk, didn't it? I mean, the Codex creep just absolutely killed Necrons. I mean, I think it was Drukhari were quite early. But I think they were the ones straight after us, maybe Death Guard, I can't remember. But both of those books looked so much better than Necrons did. And yeah, the Codex creep is huge. So hopefully we're not at the very beginning, because a lot of the time, the first Codexes just get absolutely dumped on because they've not completely tactically got the rules right. And they've not play tested everything correctly, because people are going to find little things, you know, little loopholes to the rules and all sorts of stuff to break the rules. Then they're bringing out balanced data sheets and FAQs, and eventually, whatever comes out first, whether it was Necrons and Space Marines, whatever is first, yeah, they just go down the chain, don't they? So hopefully I can cover 10th edition separately, and then a Codex, maybe Christmas next year, I don't know. But that would be pretty cool to be doing that. So yeah, that's the plans for 2023. The Codex could be 2024, could be 2025, who knows, right? I think I've covered everything on my list, so all that's left to do now is really get on with the draw. Okay, so I'm going to set this draw up to begin. Just give me a moment, because I'm very new to doing all this kind of stuff. I'm recording now, actually. Okay, so I think I've got that set up, so I'm going to jump onto the second camera. I've got two cameras, yep, they should be synergized, or synchronized. It is now 10, no it's not, it's not 10, it's 8:19. 8:19 on the screen. I'm going to point that out on the screen for you now. First of all, we've got to decide which video we're going to be selecting a comment from. So let's press this button, I believe it is. So it's going to be one of these. There's 24 options here for the first right to the 24th. And it's one single die. So we are going to go for the 19th of December. So let me go back to this camera for a moment, because I'm going to go into my YouTube private stuff and get the 19th of December. We're still uncut. The 19th of December was the 5 death marks going up against the Hexmark Destroyer. So let me input that. So now I'm going to bring you back to the screen again, and I'm going to synergize, or synchronize. I keep getting that wrong. Synchronize? Yeah. We're back on. Bang. Right. I'll put the link for my video there. I'm going to filter the duplicate users. I'm going to show random names. Yep. 4 plus 5. 4 plus 1 is 5, obviously. Get the YouTube comments. So in terms of unique comments, there's 409 unique comments for that video. So 409 of you have got a chance of winning this giveaway. And here we go. So I'm going to start the raffle by pressing this button, and whoever gets this, what video am I looking at? That one. This is the winner. So here we go. We have got Icarus. I will go Death Marks because I can use them in Kill Team as well as standard 40k. So Icarus, you are the winner of this command box set, so congratulations to you. Just find me in the description down below. There will be my email address. We're going to verify who you are. Very important that we verify you, because we don't want to be sending it out to random people. But you are the winner. In fact, I want to show you the time there. It's 8:21. The time down there is 8:21. So yeah, well done to you. I'm going to come back to this camera now because I feel weird on the web camera. So yeah, guys. What's left to do? I think we're all done. I don't know when I'm going to resume my videos for Necrons. I need a little bit of a break. But yeah, some point in January I'm going to resume these videos. I'm going to go for those videos where we were talking about the rules questions. I think that's where I'm going to start early on. But all that's left to say is thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next year.